Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Mr.BuyTheDip back here with another video. Let's talk about Coinbase. I know Nvidia has their earnings tomorrow. Tomorrow is very, very important, not only for stocks, but when we talk about crypto, crypto's always in the mix, okay? So first things first, let's look at Coinbase, 308. Let's look at the downside of this today. We went all the way down to 301. And I bought around 303 because as you can see at 9:30 a.m. around that time, we did take a nice dip down. So I bought around 303 and you can see my average cost is 303.28. That is a decent average cost, okay? On the charts, based on when I bought this, I waited. As y'all can see, I didn't buy it the first drawdown. I waited till it went up, it went down, and it built that double bottom, okay? But it just happened to fall off the cliff, okay? And right under 300, I was either gonna sell off and take the loss on this, or I was going to add more money. I know that sounds crazy, but listen up, guys. Listen up. As long as Ethereum is holding up, Coinbase is going to hold up. Let me know if that makes sense. As long as Ethereum, Bitcoin, and cryptos are doing its thing, Coinbase is going to do its thing. And my theory on that is, if that doesn't go out, we already had the big drop down from 400. This was a correction. This is not a $400 stock right now. Not right now, okay? So we had this correction. So what is a level that I would buy at to get into a long position? Okay, 270s, 280s, 250s. If this stock corrects all the way back down there, then I'm looking to hold this stock for months, okay, and long swing trade it. Let me know if that rings a bell. Long swing trade means I'm looking at a few months and hold this out for a few months. That means 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Exactly what I did for AMD and got 23% profit, which typically makes up for all those months that you were holding. Okay, now I entered a position in Coinbase today at this level, and I had the mindset of you can even take this from 300 to 350. It's a matter of patience, right? But I wanted to take this to 312, and I can see this going there by the end of this week and potentially having a breakout at 310, okay? I thought we were going to hit this level, okay, of 308 and come back down. And if we come back down to test 306, I'm fine with that as well. Now, here's some notes for you guys. When you're trading or when you're investing short term, always make sure you have long term. Forget about everything you see on my list right now. Always have long term. Always have long term. Because here's the thing about this. Here's the thing about this. It's cool to make quick money, fast money. Everybody loves that, right? But the market can tank in a matter of hours, in a matter of minutes, in a matter of days. It takes Jerome Powell to say two things, and there goes the market, okay? And that drop-off could be 5%, sometimes 10, sometimes 20. And I've seen that happen with NVIDIA. I still haven't entered NVIDIA. I still haven't. I'm going to enter NVIDIA when we drop down to 160, which is going to happen. If not in September, it's going to happen in October. These things don't run up forever. But look at these notes I've made. I re-entered Coinbase. Remember, I told you guys I was going to enter Coinbase sometime soon. So I entered Coinbase. Yesterday, I entered Palantir. But I meant to say I entered Coinbase. I didn't re-enter. But here, look at these notes I have, okay? So my entry's 303.28, all right? The range is 311.90 to 312. That's going to come from a breakout. This happens all the time, you guys, because these are psychological zones. What do I mean by psychological zones? A lot of people, a lot of good traders look at these zones to where people enter. They look at these, people have different strategies to buy. Some people buy at a breakout. Some people buy at literally a dip like this. This is off the cliff. I call this off the cliff. The stock is just going down. Okay, is booming down. Some people buy right here. Some people wait till certain zones get broken. So as y'all can see, let's say this zone right here, so 318. Right here, around this level, they would have saw like 320-ish. They would have bought and they would have took that up to 326, 327, get quick profit from there. Monthly, we are down on the stock just because we have a huge drop off from 400. Is Coinbase a bad stock? No. Okay, simply because crypto can boom this. Okay, but I'm not talking too much about the business aspect, but if we want to go there, we can. Robinhood, Coinbase, these platforms, man, these platforms are going to stay around for a while. So when we talk about making quick money, Coinbase is one of those stocks that you need to keep in your portfolio if you don't trade crypto, or if you don't have 10,000, 20,000 to throw in Ethereum. Play with this. Learn with this. Okay, so I'm going to hold until 310 and watch for a potential breakout level. Let me know if that makes sense. I'm setting this out right now so everybody can kind of know what I'm doing, know where I'm going with this play, know what I'm doing if we see 310. I'm not just going to sell at 310, because at 310, we're going to come back down a little bit and we're going to have a nice breakout. Some people are going to take profit at 310. I'm not going to do that. I want to break out at 310. Okay. However, if we go to 311.10 and we come back down strong and I don't see that potential resistance level being broken, I'm out at 310. Okay. So let me know if that makes sense. We are testing. We are on our charts when this happens. Now, if momentum is strong, aim for 311 to 312 for exit. But if it isn't, get out at 310. Now, risk management. This is the most important part. Consider stop loss just under 300 to protect downside. If 300 gets broken, I want you to know there's going to be a huge sell-off on the short term. Okay, simply because a lot of people were watching that level today. I was watching it today, right? And I was honestly seeing for this not to get broken, and we were very close, 0.64 cents away from people being stopped out and selling all their positions. I'm telling you this right now, a lot of people entered with 10,000, 20,000 today, and if they were patient enough, they entered around $302, which is a nice position to be at. Even 303 is nice. Even 304 is nice if you're aiming for 312, 311. I know what I'm doing with this, and I'm going to take this to a level where I'm going to make decent profit. The name of the game is discipline and safe long terms on the side. So if Coinbase doesn't go as planned, I can rely back on long term. I'm going to reveal my long term portfolio sooner or later, you guys. And when we talk about Coinbase, when we talk about Ethereum, these are for my aggressive investors, people that have the money and they have the knowledge. There's two things you need. You need the money first, then you need the knowledge. So you got to have two things. If you don't have two things, just always learn that you can have a long-term stock, you can have an index fund, you can have an ETF and just invest in that, okay? But either way, I've been going at this for a while. I've been looking at these levels. Trust me, it's like clockwork. We come down, go back up. We see a bad news, we're going to go lower, go back up, okay? We're going to retest some of these levels for sure. But, that's basically my take on it. And honestly, I think Coinbase has strong potential to go above 310 by the end of this week. But the sell-off is going to be really hard because they gave us 315, 320 last week as well. I think it was, let's go ahead and check when they gave us that level. So they gave us this literally on the 22nd. So I don't know if this can go to 320 just because this gap up looks kind of crazy, right? A lot of people are taking so much profit that right now they're just looking for an easy 3 to 5% back with their money. They're gonna get out. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Comment down below if you want to see my long-term portfolio that's on Webull. I told you guys, Nvidia, QQQ, Walmart, I'm going to start building those up for the next 10 to 15 years, okay? And we're going to enjoy that portfolio. And while we do that, we're going to be on Robinhood, catching small profits here and there. All right, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Mr. Buy the Dip is out. Let's hit this play by the end of this week.